got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Don-The-Dark0's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to go and get some sleep. Whether... Maybe...
I see.
We've spent quite some time in we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
Ad Astra Avisask.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how... and if possible...
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. In that case, please go to Port Armo...
Hey, that's not any better. Paimon's gotta ask.
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just... So it's been you this whole time? Are you... Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really... It was another dream about the Sub-Zero. In my dream, I also got to sit on a You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to... Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both... No! We aren't pitying you. That would only... By the way... Yes, I paid her a visit right after it. Her condition is stabilized. However, but for the moment... Right. Who knows? So our first priority should be investing... Oh! Good... Let's continue our... Okay, so do you have... Actually, I've already... We're in the dark as of now. After all... I've already... It seems that from the... Have you already caught this? I'm guessing... In any case... No way, that... You mean it'd be too easy? No, doing that would be... That's a good point. Nahida, you're according to a popular... Okay, but... Well, then I should find someone who's all... You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming... Actually, I already have someone in mind. Setaria. We ran into her, but Paimon still remembers the... I've always liked observing all kinds of... She was born in the desert, and was hailed as their great... Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries. The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many. The star began to waver, instead of staying beside such a sun. But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes. From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the reef, but she doesn't really support the academia. Indeed. When there, she's suppressing a lot of guilt, But before she realized it, she had already become right. We must that way. Not only can we get you from my past observations, tomorrow afternoon just have to prepare. Let's go check out some of her favorite spots. And this should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot. So should we... No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key character...
Talking style and...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fate? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut...
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the...
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for many tens of thousands of years. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never...
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably...
I admit...
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and...
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king. When they start talking with...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship.
Oh, I recognize you.
Speaking of...
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason, but after that I began...
That's nice.
Oh, no, not anymore.
I see. I'll have someone in charge...
No problem. Rest easy.
This should be our final stop.
Nahida,
It's my duty to protect Samira's...
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's... After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire... But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And...
What an admirable spirit.
shoot.
So this restaurant has a...
That's right.
I see.
Thank you.
So, was that everybody?
Satarius, I remember you mentioned that although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Satar.
Oh, Paimon! Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, so how do we set that up?
Well, King Dashret is long gone, and Satarius also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the...
So, you mean...
Yep. Possess the... As long as everything goes smoothly...
so...
Exactly.
Huh? Best of luck!
That's no problem at all.
Huh.
Although I've been observing humans for a while,
You're not wrong. It's always...
if it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are...
Yeah, don't be...
Alright, then...
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As I remember... What it was...
Here she comes! Satori is here! Let's quietly follow her. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you.
Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hide...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they?
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today?
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, Could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work?
I hear you. No problem at all.
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious. I couldn't help it.
Please pay. The gods are asking. Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida.
All I know are... Anyway, enough of that.
He's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Gardening? But don't you hate everything?
Well...
Fair enough. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Huh?
he...
Actually, while we're talking about him...
Yeah, he's been
If you could find the time, please... He has a quick temper, and is always...
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the academia.
Akeem, you don't mean...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zeroed it, but once everything...
Come on! Sitaria's already started talking with Shishan.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something? Wait, did you just say attic? I thought that...
Well, The restaurant recently added an attic. I've been studying there because it has better lighting. Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zero's.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly
Jishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should. In reality, shouldn't you be the one?
Please, please stop!
Even now, Satari is still trying to...
She can no longer justify.
Hey, she's trying...
This is the most important.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away.
Please, try to remain calm, miss.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are...
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly...
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible. King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will... You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, child of King Deshret. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding... I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part, but no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing...
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do?
How much do you know about this?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, but I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I've just been working to meet the... However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sage...
To fight against the Academia, we will need...
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm in a... One thing, though. I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get... let me see...
The Academia entrance.
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again.
All right.
So...
that'll depend on the...
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Satari...
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one... Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening...
I'll pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods...
No.
Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other cap.
Shh! We're on a secret mission.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot. If something were to happen, my existence. After all, the academia should still be.
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night.
No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Maybe it's...
I also can't quite figure out why things...
Well, regardless. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. This hour of the night.
The triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City! What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is the heater going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on... He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must... Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture. But what are the Fatui after this time? Yeah. things would... Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But, you mean... Oh, right! Even though he turned it, there's no time to lose.
Cascade!
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen...
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of...
Corps of 30? We're not... We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in...
The outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time.
You're up, traveler!
A new punching.
Kamisato Arc! Suiyu! Laying waste to the wicked!
Take that! Take that! I'll take my leave.
Laying waste to the wicked!
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Be still. Mind the deluge.
To ashes!
No need for I'll take
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah, looks like... But this doctor guy seems like... going up against... Traveler and Paimon, what are you two doing back here? Kale! It's nice to see you again! Are you doing alright? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks. Oh, Kale! Tainari. Did he...
Oh, Master Tainari? You just left...
He left?
I thought it was weird too. Master No, I only found out that he left through a message he left... To leave in such a hurry? I'd get... Master Tainari originally... I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari...
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari... Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry.
Got it. We'll do... You're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his... Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrent...
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such a...
Huh?
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about...
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Instead, he did something closer to create... Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him, just as he...
What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some...
I wouldn't be relieved just... I gave away my true identity when I... Also, the doctor is already an expert at...
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? It feels like he's... Plus, the doctor's...
We shouldn't give up hope just yet.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were...
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destiny. You didn't come here for sight.
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Taina...
Okay.
Traveler?
It is you!
It's Hypatia!
What a pleasant surprise!
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest when we last saw...
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right...
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporno life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed...
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this when my consciousness made contact with the...
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Remember?
I promise to help you understand. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can.
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want.
Hold on. I brought some spirit-born ale with me. This is still.
Where are you?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Alas, if only that which beat.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Periporno life, but rather.
You! Why aren't I found, divine.
Apasia?
That's how I always. Wait, have I already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? Wait, then where?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your... The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can...
Oh no! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Since the doctor captured her, even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown... Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and... Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But she isn't with us in...
Paimon. You said Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Your guess is correct, but
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro-Archon...
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually...
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you... What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you...
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardes Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, now that you mention it, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating the doctor and the ballad from your description, but then...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over...
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go into the desert, come find me here if there's any...
Thanks, Tainari!
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need. Listen, as long as you stick to your own path, it doesn't matter what Mother Nature throws at you. Right.
Because things are so, ergo they are such.
We finally made it to Caravan. So, just oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Haytham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we...
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders!
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormo, which brings me back to you. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were to have that kind of reaction, I think you must have...
Al-Haytham, you really have a ridiculous...
So that's your answer. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed No matter.
That's right! We have the same place.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest...
It's always better to travel with...
Before us lies Aru Village.
Whoa, this...
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Al-Haytham, do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any...
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The Divine Knowledge Capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General... As far as I'm aware, have you been given a mission that's, let's say, Morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resource?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What should we do,
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just...
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this...
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Gee.
All right, stop.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who want to tear each other limb from limb? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm. Please, let me introduce myself. I am
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make... So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels... Well, Sino, if that's...
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler. After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating, and I've been less guarded.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then, so it came as quite a surprise.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Reef.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt... After all, curiosity...
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share...
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation, I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our... But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument.
Is that all? Well,
that's more like it. I missed you all so much.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer
Creatures?
fighting in a sandstorm is not.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you... All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming and
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Cascade! The depth's back!
Suppose this will do.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that...
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I am the chief of Aru Village.
Sir, I am also a...
I can't say that besides Sandstorm.
So, Irminsul's...
Everything in the natural world is...
Everyone in Aru Village,
Village Keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Most of them are scholars. The academia believes that they're crazed.
Alas, but no one in the village...
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the one...
Mock me if you will. But if you are guilty...
Oh, you're the former general...
Is it because you're reminded of her pain? But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino?
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will... Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so...
We should prepare while we can. Then... Make a preemptive strike against the enemy.